In today's rather dysfunctional politics, one of the main things that seems to have been lost is not just the impetus for compromise, but a very important concept. I think well expressed by the late Senator Robert Taft, who was leader, a very principled conservative leader of the Republican Party, who is quoted as remembering have said that the business of the opposition is to oppose. Now, he meant by that really being a loyal opposition, meaning that in the end we have to work together, but that the opposition exists to try and help proposals that are being made by the majority party to be better, to come up with a better way of accomplishing them, or even a different way of doing it. And that's especially what he was known for. But then once a decision is made, then you move on. You move on. You don't. You're a loyal opposition. You don't spend your time criticizing and character assassinations and so forth. That's one very important thing that seems to have been lost in this. That, yes, the business of the opposition is to oppose, but that has a responsibility with it to come up with reasonable alternatives, better ways of doing it, to make the proposal, in fact, better than it would have been otherwise. And that's, in fact, what opposition at its best should do. And we've been able to do that in the past, where parties have, I'm thinking of Reagan and Tip O'Neill, who certainly were wide apart in politics. But they could sit down and hammer out reasonable compromises together. Reagan was president, Tip O'Neill was head of the House, in effect in a position at the opposition to Reagan's proposals. He could have just torpedoed them and not allowed any of them to get through. But instead, Tip O'Neill, as a loyal opposition, tried to find ways to make proposals better. Same with Reagan on the other side. How do you do things, take ideas that might have some value and make them better for the nation? And that's one thing where it seems to have been lost in more contemporary politics.